The Christmas Post, hot off the press. Newspaper delivery, morning edition. The Christmas Post, hot off the press.
You're early this morning, Hank.
It's Christmas Eve, Hattie. Your newsstand is my first delivery, and I wanted to get an early start. I'm hoping to be done by noon. Still have a lot of shopping to do.
Well, from the looks of Main Street, you're gonna have plenty of company.
Yeah, it should be a good sales day for you too. Everybody's gonna want to get their edition of the Holmesboro Post.
Well, I can't sell any papers without my newsies. Where are those kids?
I think I see them. They're all looking in that candy store down the street. Let me give you a hand. Newsies, papers are in. Let's go. Come on. Well, that ought to do it. Merry Christmas to you, Hattie McGee.
Same to you, Hank.
Miracles are yours for the asking. The unexpected happens when you believe it may. So anything can happen today. Anything can happen this time of year. Everybody knows it's the season. Anytime or any place you might hear them say. Christmas
Thank you. Sorry, folks, but it seems that each Christmas Eve is noisier and busier than the last. I used to wonder why everyone was in such a hurry on December 24th. Well, I don't think it's because they're buying last-minute gifts or trying to get home. Nope, somehow they seem to know miracles are in the air today, just waiting to happen. And everybody senses they might be a part of it. Take Sam Gillespie and his caroling group here. Actually, this is the entire congregation of the Central Avenue Community Church, about 6 blocks over. Yep, you heard me, all 8 of them. Inside 1 year, their pastor got called to a bigger church across the county, and everyone else decided it took too long to drive downtown to go to church. These folks are the only ones left. Sam here was the head usher. First to arrive, last to leave. Everybody got so used to shaking his hand on their way out that, well, after a while, folks just started to call him pastor. He refused to take the title reverend, so he became Brother Sam. They're out caroling today trying to raise money for their soup kitchen and keep their doors open. They could certainly use a small miracle, maybe 2. And here's another establishment. It's always trying to get more people to come through its doors. Herzog's Department Store, the oldest store in Holmesboro, Indiana. I should know. My newsstand has been here almost as long as the store has. Things sure have changed since Elliot Herzog Jr. took over for his father 5 years ago. Folks used to say nobody had more Christmas spirit than Herzog's. But now, well, this place could use a heap of miracles. And there's no better day for miracles than Christmas Eve. After all, this was the night long ago when the biggest miracle of all happened. I think there's a bit of that first miracle waiting to rub off on us. Just wait and see. As you were. Oops, sorry about that. I almost forgot. These are the 2 you should keep your eye on this Christmas Eve. That is, if you can get them to slow down long enough. This here is Alice Garfield. Nobody seems as out of luck or as full of faith as Alice Garfield. She's a 2nd grade teacher, but she's taken on a seasonal sales job here at Herzog's to try and make ends meet. This is her 3rd Christmas alone. Her husband Frank was killed in action in Okinawa, but Alice has never looked back. She just keeps looking up and moving ahead. And right over here is her daughter Katie. Only just at the moment, Alice doesn't know it. She thinks Katie spends each day at the neighbor's with her younger brother Scott. Only Katie's taken a seasonal job too, selling newspapers for me. And I reckon they both are dead set on a collision course with a miracle. I wonder if it'll be today. Guess there's only one way to find out.
Hi, Hattie. Like my new disguise today? Nobody knew it was me. Not even Sergeant Buchanan.
Well, it's a good thing he didn't, because if he did, he probably would have arrested you for impersonation. Impersonation of a man with very questionable taste. Where did you find this get-up?
In the attic. It's my grandpa's. Grandma used to hide a bunch of his clothes at our house.
I can see why.
She said he was starting to cause accidents.
Well, you're headed for an accident if you're not more careful. I declare, Katie Louise Garfield, if your mother ever finds out you've been sneaking away from Mrs. Schuster every morning and working for me, she'll ground both of us.
Oh, she won't find out. Mrs. Schuster's in on it. So's my brother. I told him if he snitched, Santa would leave him a stocking full of cut-up worms.
For a 4-year-old, that might not be much of a threat.
Besides, it's my last day. Mrs. Schuster knows I'm doing this until I earn enough money. I want to buy Mom that locket. You know, the one she wants so much? But it's gotta be a surprise.
Oh, your mom's gonna be surprised, all right. Just get your hair up under this cap.
I'm sure glad you hire girls. All the other newsstands only want boy newsies.
Look, as far as you're concerned, you are a boy newsie. All you girls are. Just keep your curls under this cap.
Okay.
And remember, no freebies. Last week you gave away more papers than you sold.
I'm sorry. Some people didn't have any money.
They didn't have any change, Katie. It's not the same thing. You're too soft-hearted, just like your mother. Listen, love, you're never going to make much by giving things away.
I'll remember. Achoo! 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 Excuse Excuse me.
Bless you, honey. Are you getting a cold?
Nah, I always sneeze in threes. I'm probably just allergic to Grandpa's coat.
Very understandable. No. Put away that handkerchief. Use your sleeve.
Ew, is that what boys' newsies do?
Among other things. And it may help to say, "So's your old man," a lot. And spit just occasionally. Oh, gracious, your mother's headed this way. Here, hold these up and crouch down. Now go.
Okay, see you at 5.
Merry Christmas, Mrs. Garfield.
Merry Christmas, Hattie, and how are you?
Achoo! Excuse me.
Just a minute there, newsboy.
The Christmas postman? It's on the house. Here. So's your old man!
I think you'd better start teaching your newsies some manners and also some business sense. You'll never make much by giving things away.
So I've heard.
I don't remember seeing that newsboy around here. Would I know him from somewhere?
Oh, I wouldn't be surprised. Would you like some hot tea, dear? You look confused.
Thank you. It's just, I don't think I'm ready for today. First, I spilled the insides of my purse all over Main Street. And then I really must be seeing things, because I could have sworn I saw my father walking down the street a bit ago. But that's impossible. He's in Chicago. We won't see him until New Year's.
You know, I wouldn't worry about any of that, dear. It is just the bustle of Christmas Eve. You know what they say, anything can happen, including a miracle or two.
I could use both of them.
Still short in the cash department?
I took this sales job on pure commission. Boy, was that a step of faith in the wrong direction.
Well, here's the thing about steps of faith. You can only take them one at a time. You'll see, everything will work out eventually.
I can't wait for eventually. I have until 5 o'clock today, and then poof, just like Cinderella, everything disappears. My extra job evaporates, my extra paycheck becomes a pumpkin. And what am I left with? A 1934 Studebaker, the busted carburetor, and 2 kids with empty stockings.
Empty stockings?
No, I don't mean empty. I mean empty. I can't get the special gifts. Scotty wants one of those power-pedaled cars at Herzog's. Katie had her heart set on a bicycle, except she stopped mentioning it about 2 weeks ago, right after the car died, saying she really doesn't need anything at all, and her room's too crowded as it is. She's really something special.
It runs in the family.
Merry Christmas to you, ladies.
Same to you, Sam.
The caroling was beautiful, Brother Sam.
And such enthusiastic participation.
Yes, well, that's one of the advantages when your entire congregation is also your choir. Perfect church attendance at every concert. They just tend to get a mite confused when it comes time to applaud.
Your nativity scene is still on for this afternoon, isn't it?
Got the frankincense right here. Pardon me, Alice. I found this money over by the bus stop, and Sergeant Buchanan seems to think it belongs to you. He said you had a slight mishap.
Sergeant Buchanan was never very good at filling out accident reports. You keep the money, Brother Sam. Put it in your collection for the soup kitchen.
Are you sure, Alice? The church is able to...
I'm sure there are many people who need this far more than I, especially today.
Especially today. Well, you'll be coming to our Christmas Eve service, won't you?
I'd love to be there. I know Katie and Scott would love it. It's just I don't know how late I'll be working. It's my last day.
Well, we'll be giving away coats and clothes and toys to any family in need.
No, I'm not quite that destitute. Not yet, anyway. But I'll try and be there.
Well, I'll save some places for you.
Hello.
Hey.
Top of the 24th to you all. Can I offer anyone a jelly donut this morning? Oh, special flavor today. Peppermint.
Thank you. Well, Sergeant, I'm glad to finally see you and your rations. I was beginning to worry.
Oh, I've been on duty since dawn, Mrs. McGee. You know me, I like to make sure the bakery is secure when it opens in the morning. Oh, and now that the business day has begun, I've got the precinct on alert for looting and riot control. After all, it is Christmas Eve and anything can happen today.
I keep hearing that.
Oh, and preacher, that was a mighty fine warbling this morning. Say, Can you get your folks to sing, Pick Up My Heart?
It's Christmas, Sergeant.
Okay. How about the wearing of the green?
I'll put in your request. Goodbye, everyone.
Okay,
Goodbye,
goodbye.
Brother Sam.
Oh, Eddie, I need to use your phone. I've got to call headquarters. I've got some undercover men working in the manhole over on the corner of 43rd and Central. Oh, and Alice, I'm so glad to see your dad's in town for the holidays.
My dad, you saw him too?
Oh, yes, he never looked better. Hey, tell him to come by one night this week for a game of canasta and some donuts. Oh, that man sure knows how to dress. Hello? Lieutenant O'Shaughnessy? It's Dr. Buchanan. Say, have you handed out those gas masks from this morning?
I wish I felt ready for today.
Quiet. 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 You guys aren't listening. No, I mean it. I really need your help today. I think my mom's on to me. So I gotta trade Main Street for somewhere else. Anywhere else. Volunteers? Thanks, Kelly. I'll take Central and you'll take me. And the rest of you, give me a signal like this if you see my mom coming. I need to know what I need to earn. Trudy, you're my treasurer. How much do I need to earn? Man, I can't believe how much more I need to earn.
I can't believe how much more I need to earn in just one day. I really want to be able to buy these gifts. My kids have such faith in me. I can't let them down.
I really want to get my mom this gifts. I'll just have to try harder.
Nobody's trying harder than I am, Hattie. But I just can't get ahead. The fact is, I can barely keep up. Seems I'm always short on money and long on debt. Hard times I remember, good times I forget. I'm full up with trouble, I'm fresh out of time, and all I've got is one more day to find. A little more Christmas at Christmas time this year. A little less heartache, a little more Christmas cheer. A dream that won't vanish, that dares to last. A little more future, a little less past. Believing in Christmas, this Christmas may be tough. When believing in Christmas just may not be enough. So if a little more faith could find its way under my Christmas tree, there'll be a little more Christmas this Christmas for me.
See, I really want. I think my mom really deserves it, especially this year.
Look sharp. Step lively, everyone. The store opens in 10 minutes. We're not going to miss 1 minute of sales today.
It's my supervisor and the sales staff. I wish I felt ready for today.
You're ready just one step at a time.
Okay, gang, time to hit the streets. I'll be right there. I think I see my first sale. Head this way.
And remember, minions, Herzog means quality. Herzog means quantity. Herzog means quiet! Thank you.
The Christmas post, sir? It's just a nickel.
Oh, how quaint. An example of American entrepreneurial enterprise in miniature. Observe, staff, the shrewd trade savvy of Maxwell Q. Sullivan. And so, my little fellow, what special deal are you prepared to make me so I don't take my nickel to another merchant?
Here's your paper, mister. It's free.
Free? Wait a minute, kid. That's not a deal. It's just stupid.
Sold your old man!
Staff, this is not the type of sales technique we employ at Herzog's. Remember, we make customers buy things they never knew they wanted with money they never knew they had. It's a mission of mercy, it really is.
Hi, Maxwell.
Ah, Mrs. Garfield. Late again, as usual.
I wasn't late. I was here before anyone.
Well, obviously you forgot about our 8 o'clock staff meeting this morning. At J.C. Penney? Well, we dumped 10 gallons of eggnog in front of their entrance. What? Quiet!
Maxwell, you know I can't get here by 8. I can barely get here by 9. I have to walk, remember? My car is broken. I didn't have the money to fix it. I still don't.
Yes,
it's why I had to take this second job. And if I don't get it fixed, I'll probably lose my first job. And I have a mortgage and a pile of bills, and now it's Christmas.
Oh, yes. The road of life is just full of bumps, isn't it, Miss Garfield? But with or without a car, I still expect you to be on time and in line by 9. Oh, and by the way, even though today is your last day, and oh, how we are gonna miss you, if you can't cut the Herzog mustard, you can always choose early retirement.
Quit? You mean quit? I can't. I have 2 children that depend on me. Haven't you ever had to depend on someone, Maxwell?
No. Nor have I ever been a dependee. Life is a lot easier when you only have to count on yourself. It's a very simple number to remember. 1.
1. That's all you've got. Even on a day like this, even on Christmas Eve?
Especially on a day like today. Look at this frenzied crowd. 1 is all I can keep track of. Now, come along, everyone. We've got to...
Merry Christmas to you, Maxwell. May God deliver his richest blessings to you today.
Fine. As long as I don't come COD. Look, Brother Sapp.
Oh, Sam.
Whatever. I'm sure the store will make its standard contribution if you just speak with our bookkeeper. But right now...
No.
Very busy morning.
No, I just want to check the schedule of today's events with you. According to this, we'll be singing in front of your store on the even hours, and at 43rd and Central on the odd hours. Then at 4 o'clock is our nativity scene right here. Is that correct?
Look, you can polka with reindeer as far as I'm concerned. Just don't block the flow of customers, okay? And that goes for you too, Miss Associated Press.
Happy holidays! Want some fruitcake?
I know your game. Look, just keep your kids and your papers off store property.
Well, perhaps a cheese ball then. Can I cut you? Some.
First bribes, now threats. Look, I could report you to the Federal Trade Commission.
You know, maybe someday you'll figure out how to have a real Christmas, Maxwell Selden. Until then, many happy returns of the season.
American commerce in decline. Not a pretty sight. Otis, get that door ready. And you customers, you're like a pack of wild dogs. Get back. Back. The store doesn't open for 10 more minutes. Okay. Now look here, Father.
Brother,
Whatever. We want you to keep things peppy today.
Peppy?
Sure, full of zing, plenty of razzmatazz. We want you to put people in the mood to lay down the lettuce, not kneel and pray, okay? So stick to the jingle in the fa-la-la-la-la department, all right?
I'm afraid you and I have a different perspective of Christmas, Mr. Selden. You see it as a season of selling. I see it as a season of receiving.
Selling, receiving, what's the difference so long as they come in the right order?
Actually, there's a very big difference. The most important gift at Christmas, it can't be bought. That's because it's free.
Free gifts are a quick way to go out of business.
Well, it's a good thing for the world that Jesus didn't share your philosophy.
You know what, Sam? Jesus obviously never knew how to market Christmas.
Maxwell, Jesus is Christmas.
No. I'll tell you what Christmas is. People. These people. The American consumer. Gullible fools, all of them. And I tell you what, Rev, on Christmas Eve, they want to be shopping in a store, not praying in some church.
Well, you do have a point there. In a way, these people are what the season's about. All the more reason for us to be out there singing today. There's lots that they need to hear.
Great. You'll keep things peppy, right?
Joy, lots of joy, trust me.
And modern, very today.
News, plenty of good news.
Perfect. Maybe you'll steal some of that paper peddler's business. Thank you. All right, staff. Store looks primed. Everyone to your posts. Mrs. Garfield, Mrs. Dexter, to your posts.
We were just rearranging the jewelry display.
Toys, Mrs. Garfield. Your department is toys.
I remember. Keep your eye on that locket, Nadine. I know I won't be able to afford it, but I'd sure miss looking at it every day.
All right, we have approximately 2 minutes before...
Ahoy! Arriving at 0900 off the starboard bow.
Mr. Herzog arrives. He's early. Of all days, he's early. And he's already inside the store. Okay. Everyone, get to your positions. Now, display the merchandise. Look happy. Oh, no, too artificial. Look humble. Oh, that'll never do. You'll never sell me. Look aggressive. Oh, too angry. Look religious. Oh, come on, brother Spam.
Sam.
Whatever. Look like you want to sell something.
I don't want to sell. I want people to receive.
Here, receive. Everybody sing.
What do we sing, Maxwell?
I don't know. Anything. The first thing that comes to your mind.
What's this?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Mr. Herzog. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
Not the best choice.
If this is a surprise party, then there has been a gross miscalculation. You do have the correct date of my birth recorded in the captain's log, do you not, Miss Plunkett?
Yes, June 17th. An act of Congress couldn't change it.
Well, if any of you think that today is June 17th, you're in for a rude awakening. Now, Miss Plunkett and I have been down here since dawn double-checking the inventory, and I want every one of you to make sure that you meet your quotas and unload your cargo. Now, to your stations. Not that way, Miss Garfield. To starboard, to starboard.
Sorry, sir. Aye.
And, Mr. Selden, a word, please.
Aye.
Brilliant maneuver, Maxie. That's using the old brain.
At least I got one.
Double check the inventory. Oh. Don't worry, kid. The boss barks at everyone.
I get
just
so
like a poodle.
It's been 2 weeks. I can barely get my bow and stern straight.
It's been 2 years for the rest of us, darling. He was only in the Navy for 5 months during the war, you know. Never saw a day of action, just sat on a cargo freight in San Diego. I think he's compensating for missed opportunities.
He certainly runs a tight ship.
Honey, if things were any tighter around here, we'd all die of asphyxiation. Everything is done exactly the way my father did it when he founded Herzog's 42 years ago. That dog don't hunt. Old man Herzog ran a store that put the customer before the almighty dollar, especially at Christmas.
What happened?
Herzog Jr.
So let's have no more slip-ups, Captain Selden, or you'll find yourself back in the galley where you started.
Oh, the warehouse, sir? You wouldn't.
I would.
Oh, you couldn't.
I could.
But
It took 3 years for us to put you in charge of sporting goods and 4 years to make you sales manager. It would only take 1 minute to send you back to heaving boxes. Now, I'd better see some pucks and putters flying off these shelves today. Do I make myself clear?
But sir, it wasn't my fault. I mean, Mrs. Garfield was late again, as usual, and she was displaying a most...
I said, do I make myself clear?
Aye, aye.
And the rest of you, I want your sails hoisted and your rudders straight. It's full sails ahead. And I want everyone to seize any opportunity to move these cloth dolls and paddle balls. We're overstocked and it's our last day to get rid of them. So, no matter what any child thinks that he or she may want, make them buy these instead.
But that's not what Christmas is about. Children need to wish for one special gift. We all do.
Mrs. Garfield, Christmas is about one thing, selling surplus. So everybody move them, or you may find yourself being moved right out the door. Any questions?
Yes.
What do you want?
I have a question.
Who are you?
Brother Sam. I'm from the church a few blocks over, and I wanted to check the schedule.
Oh, yes. The Holy First United Tabernacle Family Singers or whatever. Just sing anything you want, anywhere you want, but stay away from the door and keep things peppy. Oh, yes, and at the end of the day, we get 10% of your take.
10%?
That is the correct figure, is it not, Miss Plunkett?
Unfortunately.
But Mr. Herzog, that collection money is going to help nourish and clothe
Which is
people.
exactly what I'm in business to do as well. Just as my father did it when he founded Herzog's department store 42 years ago. You see, son, I don't run a store. It's a vessel of life. And I'm the commander. And if you don't get on board, then it's every man for himself. Do I make myself clear?
Aye, aye!
I'm the admiral of retail, and I sail the sea of trade. In my captain's log I detail every blessed cent I've made. From stem to stern I know what I've earned, and I've hourly review it. From fore to aft it's a thankless task, but someone's got to do it.
And you're the man to do it.
I labor willingly with this philosophy. It's a big heap-ho for the profits grow when your ship and crew are tough. Give a loud ahoy, for in my employ the policy is catch the green stuff.
Give a loud ahoy for his employ. The policy is get the green stuff.
The green stuff? Your only motive is to make money? You can't be serious, Mr. Herzog. Not on Christmas Eve.
Especially on Christmas Eve. Why, it's the biggest sales day of the year. We even have a cash and carry policy. No cash, no carry. Ha ha ha! Yes, sir, Daddy would be proud. It's a day for cash transactions. Regulations must prevail. And the buyer's satisfaction must not interfere with sales. No refund clause, no fa-la-la-laws. I trust everyone agrees here. No credit woes, no ho-ho-hos. After all, my middle name is Ebenezer.
Your middle name is Ebenezer.
Yes, sir, and proud of it. If Scrooge were here right now, I'm sure he'd take this vow. It's a big heave-ho for the profits grow when your ship and crew are tough. Give a loud ahoy, for in my employ the policy is catch the green stuff.
Give a loud ahoy for his employ. The policy is get the green stuff.
Mr. Herzog, Herzog, I know I've only been working here 2 weeks, but surely you could bend the rules for one day, especially a day like Christmas Eve.
Change the rules? Violate regulations? Not on my command. What are you trying to do, Mrs. Garfield? Incite a mutiny?
No, of course not.
Then get back on board. Everyone to his post. It's rough seas ahead. When recession winds are blowing and the ship is miles from shore, all employees must keep rowing. Everyone must pull his oar. Unless we dock with a whale of a stock and a great big surplus anchor, with a blink and the store will stink. And I'll be the one who'll sank her.
You'll be the one who sank her.
Now cut that out. That day won't come, you see.
We're all in
It's a big heave-ho for the profits grow when your ship and crew are tough. Give a loud ahoy for him I employ. The policy is get the green stuff. It's a big heave-ho for the profits grow when your ship and crew are tough. Give a loud ahoy for him I employ. The policy is get the green stuff. It's a big heave-ho, the profits grow. A loud ahoy, he's employed. The policy will guarantee that we get the green stuff. The store cast off in 1 minute.
Otis, get the door! Everyone else, batten down the merchandise! I'll take the wheel!
Oh, that's reassuring.
Oh, stuff a stocking in it, Dixie.
I'd better get out of here before the stampede or tidal wave. You'll come to our nativity, won't you?
I wouldn't miss it. 4 o'clock, right?
As far as I know.
You better abandon ship now, Brother Shrimp!
Oh, whatever.
What a great day. There's money in the air. I can smell it. Ready? And 5, 4, 3, 2.
shopping, shopping. We are shopping, shopping. Shopping, shopping. Christmas shopping, shopping. Last minute shopping, shopping. Till we drop.
Does anyone know where the return department is?
Shopping, shopping. We are shopping, shopping. Shopping, shopping. Christmas shopping, shopping. Last minute shopping, shopping. Shop, shop, shop. Till we drop.
Excuse me, can you tell me where the return department is?
I'm sorry, ma'am. I don't know. I'm still new here.
5 rows back to the left behind the shoppers.
Shopping.
What is wrong with me, Dixie? It's already 10 o'clock and I barely sold a yo-yo.
Have some faith, kid, and push a little.
What do you mean?
I'll show ya.
Shopping, 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 shopping.
Try selling. See what I mean? You gotta start selling.
Guess I'm not so good at selling.
There you go. Let them know you're selling.
Okay, here goes. I'm selling.
Hey, sold.
Excuse me, do you know where the return department is?
Fat chance, lady. Nobody returns Maxwell G. Selden merchandise. Now move out of the way. You're blocking the view of the customers.
Now, just a minute, Maxwell.
Oh, and happy holidays, Mrs. Consumer. I'm sorry, Mr. Herzog. I didn't see you coming. It's a very busy morning.
Indeed. What's the total?
Total. Well, a lot.
A lot?
Well, a lot more than the toy department.
We'll see about that this afternoon. I'd hate to think that my sales captain could be outsold by a swatty. Carry on.
Aye, I'll show her.
I'll show him.
The Christmas rush is on again. It's high and overdrive. We only have a single day. We really will survive. It's
Bargain. Come and get your bargain.
Hey, everybody got a
bargain.
bargain. Yes, except for a pile of sales receipts.
Oh, no dice. Prepare yourself for an epidemic of buyer's remorse. You're going to see every one of those items back in the return department.
Did somebody say reserve department?
No!
All right, kids, the day is half over. How much have you sold? Is that all? Katie, what about you?
Only half a bag.
Well, that's not good enough. Not for paper like the Christmas Post. Now, I've taught every one of you how to yell from Main Street down to Union Station, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's hear some.
Selling. Extra, extra. Selling, selling. Read all about it. Selling, selling. Extra, extra. Selling, selling. Gotta shout it. Selling, selling. Get your Christmas Post.
Is this the return department?
That depends. What have you got?
Top of the afternoon, Brother Sam. Hey, it's almost time for your nativity, isn't it?
Yeah, 1 hour from now, if there's anybody to watch us.
Oh, your bucket's empty. Maybe perhaps you should give out some free donuts.
That could be sticky, Sergeant. I think we're buying that.
Sing, sing, we are singing, singing, but no one's listening, listening to our singing, singing. But we'll keep right on singing. We'll sing, 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 the Christmas rush is on again. It's murder on the field. The minutes hit, the hours fly. We're dying to compare with
Bargain! Come and get your bargain! Never seen such bargain!
Yes, I do.
Buy from me! I'm gonna sell these bargains!
The store closes in 5 minutes.
5 minutes, but it's only 4 o'clock.
Herzog's always closer to 4 o'clock on Christmas
Well,
Eve.
you can't.
Herzog's can do anything.
Oh, tough break, Mrs. Garfield!
Want to see something great?
Try me! Bargain! Come and get your bargain!
Everybody got a
Bargain!
Yes, I do.
Buy from me! I'm gonna sell these bargains! Bargain! Come and get your bargain! Everybody got a bargain!
Yes, I do.
Buy from me! I'm gonna sell these bargains!
Does anyone know where the return department is?
Thank you for shopping at Herzog's department store. We know you had your choice of merchants, and we appreciate your patronage. Now, Merry Christmas, bon voyage, and please vacate the premises by 1600 hours. That's now.
I need to return it. Oh, please, I need to return it. I need the return department. Can you help me? The return department. It's important that I return this. I really do need the return department. Oh, never mind.
Good afternoon, everyone. You may pick up your pay envelopes and your Christmas bonus on the way out. But remember, only one salami per employee. And we'll see you all here at 9 o'clock sharp on the 26th.
Oh, and make that 8 o'clock sharp at Susan Roebuck. And don't forget the eggnog.
Mr. Herzog, couldn't you keep the store open for just a little bit longer, especially when there's an emergency?
And just what is this emergency?
Me. I'm the emergency. I've been working on pure commission, and I've just about had the money I needed to buy my kids their special gifts. That yellow car over there, and the bicycle in aisle 10. Oh, please, Mr. Herzog, I know 1 more hour is all I need.
Mrs. Garfield, I am sympathetic to your plight. But Herzog's department store has always closed at 4 o'clock on Christmas Eve, and it always will, just as my father has done it since he founded Herzog's 42 years ago. Case closed.
Sorry, kid. He's got the facts right, but not the story. Old man Herzog used to close the store at 4 o'clock to throw the biggest Christmas party in Holmesboro, and everyone was invited, especially all those people that Brother Sam and his friends are trying to take care of.
When did we lose sight of what Christmas is about?
Oh, probably when we all lost sight of who Christmas is about. Come on, kid, there's a salami with your name on it.
Last call, all ashore. Who's going ashore?
Join the triumph of the... Wait a minute, everyone. Alice, what's going on? The store can't be closing.
Oh, it can, and it has.
But it's only 4 o'clock.
And Herzog's always closes at 4 o'clock on Christmas Eve, just as it did since my father founded Herzog's 42 years ago.
Well, I know it has in the past, but I thought today would be different. We're scheduled to do our nativity at 4 o'clock.
So, we haven't closed the sidewalk. Go ahead.
But look, the street's almost deserted. What's the point?
Well, I'm sorry that your box office is down. Perhaps it's your wardrobe. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to go home and change into my civvies. I've got some last-minute Christmas shopping to do.
You mean you don't shop at your own store?
Of course not. The prices are too high. Besides, we're closed.
Goodbye, kid. Chin up. Remember what tomorrow is.
I know.
Christmas. Another excuse for paying the American worker a day's wage for not working. Must be the goodwill towards men clause.
You know, Maxwell, I bet the only thing you'll find under your Christmas tree tomorrow is a safe deposit box. I hope you'll be very happy together.
The star just didn't shine bright enough to get us to Bethlehem this time. We'll have to try again next year. We'll be singing a bit further down the street, Hattie, and I'll be saving some places for you tonight, Alice.
Thank you, Brother Sam.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
God bless.
So much for taking a step of faith, Hattie. Even one step at a time, I fell flat on my face.
Now, I wouldn't call that a fall exactly. Maybe more like a stumble.
Call it whatever you'd like. But the fact remains that it's Christmas Eve and I've come up short. Just one more hour and I would have gotten the money I need. But instead, zip. The day started with nothing. Looks like it's going to end with nothing.
Seems I heard somewhere that faith is the evidence of things not seen.
I certainly don't see anything. I don't know how anyone can get much faith from that.
You still seem to be operating under the notion that seeing is believing. I think you've got it backwards. Believing is seeing. Anything can happen on Christmas Eve. Miracles are yours for the asking. The unexpected happens when you believe it may. So anything can happen today. It's a time when angels can appear to us, and the love of God feels so near to us. For unto me and unto you, Christmas offers a miracle or two. Anything can happen right here, right now. Have a little faith and believe that everything is gonna work out somehow, some way. Yes, anything can happen.
Excuse me, can you please tell me why the doors to Herzog's department store are all locked?
I'm afraid it closed at 4 o'clock.
Oh, no, this can't be happening.
What's wrong?
I had a present from my granddaughter in layaway, a dollhouse. You know, the big special present. Oh, I've been so busy singing with the carolers and Brother Sam that I've not had a chance to get over here until now. Oh, fiddlesticks, I've just ruined her Christmas. She has such faith in me, and I just let her down.
Hey, wait a minute. I work at Herzog's. I'm not sure how, but I'll find a way for you to get in.
You will? Lady, you're a lifesaver. Thank you.
Herzog may have ruined my Christmas, but I'm not going to let it ruin everyone else's. Now, all I need to find is... What is it? The key!
Old man Herzog gave it to me years ago for emergencies. And as I recall, you are an emergency. Just remember, you don't remember where you got it. What you do with it is entirely your affair.
Today I'll find a way to make her dream come true. Just wait and see. Today, tomorrow will change, 'cause I know that she is counting on me. Look, ma'am, I found the keys to Herzog's. I can open the doors now.
Herzog's is open, the sale is back on. They just opened the doors. Come on, people.
I was only opening the door for one woman.
Come on.
One more hour and I would have gotten the money I need.
That's right. Herzog's is open. Last minute madness sale. Hurry up, shoppers. It's your last chance.
Alice, what's going on?
Oh, isn't it wonderful, Brother Sam? I believed something would happen, and it did. I'm going to make the money I need.
Where'd you get the key?
I don't remember, but the nativity scene is back on. Bring out the frankincense and hay.
Oh, Gloria and Excelsis Deo, we're on our way.
I'm right behind you.
Shopping. The Christmas rush is on again. It's flying overdrive. We only have a single day. We pray we will survive. It's shopping time. We are shopping time. Christmas shopping time. Shop.
Mrs. Garfield, what's going on here?
Maxwell, Dixie, what are you doing here?
Well, when I saw two men running down the street with a canoe from my department, I knew something was afoot.
A Christmas Eve madness sale. Old man Herzog would have loved this. Count me in. Come on, Maxie, what do you say?
Are you out of your mind?
Will someone please help me in sporting goods?
I'll be right with you.
Oh, no, you don't. You're trying to earn that extra commission, aren't you? Well, you're not selling my snorkels and rackets. You want to play in the big leagues? You got it.
You don't have a prayer.
That's all you got.
Maybe that's all I need.
It's over, Garfield.
Just begun, Selden.
Everybody to your corners and come out swinging.
Bargain. Come and get your bargain.
Everybody got a deal for you. Yes, I do. So buy from me. I'm gonna sell these bargains.
Shop till we drop.
Great day in the morning. What's going on here? Oh,
Hey, Grant,
Oh,
I
I
said
should-
anything can happen
yeah.
today.
Anything can happen. I knew it. Looting and rioting. I've got to call the boss. Oh, I tried to warn them earlier. They won't listen to me.
Anything can happen.
Hello, Mr. Herzog. Head Sergeant Buchanan.
Anything can happen.
Oh, you better get over here to your store and quick.
Anything can happen.
It's a riot, sir. You're being robbed.
Didn't I tell you all anything could happen on Christmas Eve? It's a good thing it's a night of miracles, because that's what it's going to take to straighten out this catastrophe. But I'm sure a miracle is just waiting to happen. In about 15 minutes from now. See you then. As you were.
Attention, shoppers. It is now 4:45 on Christmas Eve. And may I say, for the record, that in the 42 years since my father founded Herzog's department store, nothing has ever been done this way before. And God willing, nothing will ever be done this way again. I demand to know who is responsible for this lawless disregard of policy and tradition.
Me? Oh, you can't be looking at me. I was trying to stop it. I was the solitary voice of reason in a world gone mad. I tried to put an end to this carnage. Sir, I put my life on the line. I sustained a painful and cosmetically damaging bruise to my left shin.
Stuff a snorkel in it, Maxwell.
It was all my doing, Mr. Herzog. A woman needed one more gift, a special gift. Apparently a lot of other people did too, including me.
Well, I see. Then there's nothing left for me to do, Mrs. Garfield, but fire you.
But Mr. Herzog, you can't do that.
And pray tell, why not?
Well, because it's her last day, and the store closed at 4 o'clock.
You're right. But Mrs. Garfield opened the store back up until 5. And since there are 12 minutes left of her extended employment, it's terminated. What's more, I'm keeping all of her wages thus earned to pay for the damage.
Oh, please, Mr. Herzog, if you do that, I won't have a Christmas tomorrow. I may not have it tomorrow, period.
It's a little bit late to be thinking about that, Mrs. Garfield. Sergeant Buchanan, come with me. I want to go to the precinct offices around the corner and file a report.
Mr. Herzog? Wait. Are you sure you want to fire Miss Garfield? I mean, isn't that a bit extreme, sir? I mean, it was her fault and all. But taking all her money. I mean, sir, it's Christmas. Doesn't everybody deserve a Christmas morning? I mean, sir, can't you change your policy just this once?
And which question would you like me to answer?
Well, all of them, I guess.
All right. The answers are yes, no, not necessarily, and are you out of your mind? Sergeant Buchanan.
Can I finish my jelly donut first?
Sergeant!
Oh, they only have peppermint for one day.
Maxwell, you've got to get Mr. Herzog to reconsider. You had no idea how much was riding on that money for Alice.
I tried. Didn't you see me try? Look, after all, I'm not my brother's keeper, or my sister's for that matter. We're all a lot better off if we just take care of ourselves.
I'm sorry that everything seems to be a matter of self-interest to you, Maxwell, even at Christmas. Oh, by the way, here's the 10% of our take that Mr. Herzog put it. The collection wasn't much, but it always seems to go a long way. And you might not want to pay so much attention to price tags. They're not very good indicators of what something's worth.
Come on, honey, buck up. Today isn't over yet, and anything can happen.
No, thank you. I've had quite enough things happening. I'm calling it quits before I ruin everybody else's Christmas, too.
Alice, everything you've done today has been for one reason, to help someone else have a better Christmas. God always honors a giving heart. Sometimes he takes a little longer than we planned.
I'm sorry, Brother Sam. I'm all out of time and just about everything else. For the past 3 years, all I've done is ask God for more faith. As far as I can tell, he keeps answering no. Look at this catastrophe around me.
Well, that may be part of our difficulty. We tend to focus our eyes on our circumstances, but not on God.
That's right. And child, that is one recipe for disaster. Why, look at Mary and Joseph, or even the shepherds and kings. If they had all sat around with the miseries and thinking about nothing except how impossible their situation was, where do you think they'd have ended up? Not in Bethlehem, I can tell you that. They didn't understand all of God's plan either. Fact is, most of the time, they didn't even have a map. All they had was a star and a promise. So listen here, Lamb Chop. You don't need more faith. You just need to start acting on it. Nobody ever got to Bethlehem without a little forward motion. No more steps of faith, kid. I think it's time to take a leap. Ready? Don't give up. Don't give in. When the going's tough, that's just when faith kicks in. Well, the Lord will see you through. Yes, he's watching over you. Night and day, he's telling you to keep the faith. So don't give up.
Don't give up.
No, don't give in.
Don't give in.
When the going's tough, that's just when faith kicks in.
Let your faith begin.
Well, the Lord will see you through. Yes, he's watching over you. Night and day, he's telling you to keep the faith. Remember when the king threw Daniel in the lion's cage without a single means of self-defense? But Danny had a simple faith that calmed the lion's rage, so breakfast didn't come at his expense. When morning came, the king was sure that Danny boy was gone. But there Ned sat with all those cats, his faith had made him strong. So don't give up.
Don't give up.
Don't give in.
Don't give in.
When the going's tough, that's just when faith kicks in. Oh, the Lord will see you through. Yes, he's watching over you. Night and day, he's telling you to keep the faith. Remember the disciples sailing on the stormy sea. The boat was tossed and they began to sweat. But Jesus strode across the waves and called out, "Come to me." And boldly Peter gambled getting wet. The mighty faith of Simon Peter, suddenly it shrunk. When you take your eyes off the prize, honey, child, you're sunk. So don't give up.
Don't give up.
No, don't give in.
Don't give in.
When the going's tough, that's just when faith kicks in. Oh, the Lord will see you through. Yes, he's watching over you. Night and day, he's telling you to keep the faith. Keep the faith. Keep the faith. When Daniel faced the lions, he had faith. So when you don't feel like trying, keep the faith. When Peter walked on the water, he had faith. So when the going's tough, you gotta keep the faith. When your days are full of doubting, you need faith. So sister, keep on shouting, keep the faith. The power that defeats the grave, the power God Almighty gave, that's the power.
Garfield, what are you still doing on store property? I thought I made it perfectly clear that your employment ended with us 4 minutes ago. So what are you doing standing on the furniture?
Oh, Mr. Herzog, there's something you should know. Come on. Mr. Herzog, there's something you should know.
And what is that?
About your store and your policies and Christmas. It's a lot more than the green stuff. And it's a lot more than regulations and cash transactions. And if you don't take a leap of faith every once in a while, you'll never make it to Bethlehem. And I think there's such a thing as running too tight a ship.
Mrs. Garfield, whatever are you talking about?
Your ship's too tight, sir!
Miss Plunkett, what is she saying?
Oh, just what everyone has been saying.
And what is everyone saying?
Mr. Herzog, what a wonderful idea having a Christmas Eve madness sale. Such excitement and such savings. It's like the old days at Herzog's.
I'll say, I haven't shopped at Herzog's recently, but I certainly will from now on.
Thank you, I think.
Well, it is a pleasure to do business with the store that puts the customer before the almighty dollar.
You can say that again. Will you be having another madness sale on the 26th? Please, 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 please.
Well, I don't. The policy has not been established. If you'll excuse me for a moment. Maxwell, what's going on?
I'm not sure.
Brother Sam, what's going on?
Sometimes God just takes a little longer than we planned.
I apologize for the earlier confusion of the afternoon, but concerning the so-called Herzog's Christmas Eve madness sale, there's only one thing to say, but...
Junior?
Daddy?
Hello, Elliot.
Before you say a word, I can explain everything.
I'm not so sure you need to. I've been getting the whole story from half of Holmesboro.
Really? That many?
My phone hasn't stopped ringing for 1 solid hour. New customers, old customers. Well, the boys down at the 47th precinct. All anyone wants to talk about is this Christmas Eve madness sale. Why, it's got this store and this town turned upside down. So I've just got one thing to say.
I've weathered many a storm and gale, sir. Fire away.
Brilliant sales strategy, son. I didn't think you had it in you. I know that I told you that I wouldn't interfere when you took charge 5 years ago. But I just had to come down here and say, ship shape.
Well, I'm surprised. I mean, no, it should come as no surprise that I would institute a marketing campaign that would so capture the spirit of the season. I alone stood firm and insisted that regulations not get in the way of everyone's Christmas. Well, there was someone else. Dixie Plunkett, my faithful bookkeeper. Well, she was. Father Sapp and the Holy Shouters Band made the. It was a group effort. Every customer in... Oh, all right. It was all Alice Garfield's idea.
I had the feeling there was someone else involved. Congratulations, my dear. Whatever gave you the inspiration?
I was just trying to get a special present for someone.
That's what this store has always been about. For 42 years. Well, I'm certainly proud to have someone like you on Herzog's payroll. Aren't you, son?
Yes, sir.
Does this mean I get to keep my 2-week salary?
Why, of course. As a matter of fact, I was hoping you'd stick around next week for our after-Christmas sales. Do you have any brainstorms for the 26th?
The 26th? Well, that'll be too late. I need the money. Now, yes, I do have a brainstorm. We could have a sale now. We haven't sold many of these overstocked dolls and paddles. We'll offer them at a special price.
Well, we already tried half pricing them.
No, double the price. Half the proceeds can go to Brother Sam's soup kitchen. And all the toys can go to the needy families at his church service tonight.
That is the most irresponsible, addle-brained, unprecedented scheme that I've ever heard. And
I love it!
I love it.
Well, carry on, my dear. I can see that I'm leaving the rest of Christmas Eve in good hands. Now, I must run. I have an appointment down by the Christmas tree with my grandchildren. So do you, Elliot. 15 minutes. Oh, I almost forgot. Here's a note from Amanda to remind you to buy an angel for the top of the tree. Now, don't you disappoint my favorite granddaughter. She's got a lot of faith in you. Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas.
God bless your new year. Dixie.
Goodbye, Daddy. Oh, 10 minutes. We've only got 10 minutes to sell all of these cloth. Oh, where's my sales staff? Maxwell. Otis. Patsy. Nadine. Dixie, surely you.
In your dreams. We are all officially off duty. Looks like there's only one salesperson left.
I do have 10 minutes left on my extended employment.
One salesperson for all of this.
That's right. And remember, she's on commission.
The church is 6 blocks on the left. Service starts in 30 minutes. Follow me. See you there.
Get your Christmas Eve special. Double the price. Give it away. Spread some hope for Christmas Day. Don't give up.
Don't give up.
No, don't give in.
Don't give in.
Going stuff that's just when faith kicks in. Oh, the Lord will see you through. Yes, He's watching over you. Night and day He's telling you to keep the faith. So don't give up.
Don't give up.
No, don't give in.
Don't give in.
When the going's tough, that's just when faith kicks in. Oh, the Lord will see you through. Yes, He's watching over you. Night and day He's telling you to keep the faith. Oh, the Lord will see you through. Yes, He's watching over you. Night and day He's telling you to keep the faith. Keep the faith.
Dixie, have you ever seen so Dixie, have you ever seen so much? So much
Green stuff.
Yeah, green stuff.
Goodbye, green stuff.
And isn't it gratifying to know that most of it is going to Brother Sam's soup kitchen? And after Alice's commission, the rest can be used to pay for any damages, starting with this captain's log.
The captain's log isn't damaged.
Oh, we can fix that. Great day in the morning. Who left this peppermint jelly donut in accounts receivable? Whoopsie daisy. And I think we need to do something about this whistle.
That's damaged too?
Just take a closer look.
Okay, I think I see what you mean.
Brother Sam was right. If you stay focused on your problems, you'll never see past them, even when God is with you all along.
It's a good thing He's so willing to wait for us no matter how long we take.
Maxwell, are you all right? You've been awfully quiet.
Oh, I'm just double checking the inventory. You know, big sale on Christmas Eve. Gotta take stock in where things are.
Well, Christmas Eve is a good time to do that. And that certainly was quite some sale today, wasn't it?
Boy, I can't get over those people paying double the price for something they didn't even want, and then just giving it away. They're just
gullible fools?
That's not what I said this time. Sam. About some of the things I said today, Sam. Well, all of the things I said. What I'm trying to say. Boy, what am I trying to say?
All you need to say is, Merry Christmas, Maxwell. Forget about it. Are you about to head home?
Well, I'm sure not going to spend the night in this drafty icebox.
Well, I meant, are you going to spend Christmas with your family?
My family's moved on.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, depression killed both my parents. First Dad, then Mom. Watching your folks work themselves into an early grave tends to color your perspective a bit. You know, I promised myself 5 years ago, Sam, that I'd never be poor, that I'd never let it happen to me. So far, I haven't.
Were the times you spent with your mom and dad happy?
Always.
Well, then you weren't poor.
Sam, what are you talking about? Half the time we were nearly destitute, especially at Christmas.
Well, I'll tell you what colors my perspective, especially at Christmas, that at the heart of our most expensive holiday lies a baby who came into this world homeless, wrapped in rags, and, well, destitute. Sometimes I think he came that way so that people like us would pay attention to him. For instance, when he talked about what brings real success in this world, like when he said, what good does it do to gain the whole world but lose your soul?
Not to worry. We were never in danger of gaining the whole world. Half the time when it was Mom and me, we didn't even know where our next meal would come from. And at Christmas, she had to take an extra job just so I'd have a present under the tree. Oh, what have I done? Oh, but I always did. I always had that extra special present. Always.
Maxwell, you're welcome to spend tomorrow with me and my family. Christmas is a lousy time to be alone.
According to who?
Well, God, for one. That's how this whole thing got started. He decided that we weren't doing too well on our own, so he decided to send us some help. He became one of us. He even took a name that means just that, Emmanuel, God with us.
That's a wonderful idea if you live in a world full of nativity sets and Christmas cards. But you know what? In my world, people leave. People die. And we're all a lot better off if we just take care of ourselves.
Well, people do let us down, and we do all die. Both those facts are pretty certain. But I'm equally certain that Jesus came into this world to address both those issues.
What, with a manger?
No, not just with a manger. Christmas was only the beginning. Start at the manger on a cold winter night. Look for a star in the sky, then follow its light. It leads to a Savior for a world that is lost. Start at the manger, then go to the cross. Start at the manger, at the child in the hay, the gift of our Father in heaven, the price he would pay to save all his children, no matter the cost. Start at the manger, then go to the cross. Imagine that you own the wealth of the world, all of its silver and gold. What good will it do when tomorrow arrives? start at the manger, where redemption began. When Jesus stepped down from his throne to die as a man, all of our riches, we will count them as loss if we start at the manger, then go to the cross. Start at the manger, then go to the cross. The invitation for tomorrow still stands. If you don't have plans for tonight, why don't you come to our service?
You'll have a packed church. One more's not going to make any difference.
One more makes all the difference. Well, I'd better be getting. Now, you have a wonderful Christmas, Hattie McGee.
Same to you, Sam. Better hurry. You have a church full of people waiting for you.
I do, don't I? Well, I better get going then before they change their mind.
Hey, Sam, wait a minute. Here's the 10% back. Put it back with the original offering. That's where it belongs.
I wish you'd come deliver it yourself.
I can't. I've got other plans. Thanks.
All right. Maybe next time.
Whoa.
Whoa there, little lady. I just about ran over you.
Sorry, Brother Sam. I gotta get to Hattie's quick. It's almost 5, and Herzog's is gonna close.
Well, I wouldn't worry about it. That store's having a lot of trouble staying closed today. Now, you give your mom the best Christmas of her life tomorrow morning, you hear?
I will. Bye, Sam.
Bye. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Maxwell. Here's a little something from me to you.
Really? What is it?
A cheese ball. Without the knife.
Well, thank you. I think.
You can eat it now or take it to the church service. 6 blocks off Central in case you forgot.
I didn't forget. Fact of the matter is I've got another engagement and I'm running late.
More than you know. Well, Merry Christmas.
Hattie, I sold every one of my papers and no freebies. Well, maybe a couple. But I've just gotta have the right amount.
Okay, let's count it out and see.
Aren't you through counting, Dixie? I just got to have the right amount of money.
I'm counting. Can't you see the smoke rising from my fingers?
I'll leave you ladies to drop anchor and lock up. And I'll see you, Miss Plunkett, and you, Mrs. Garfield, on the 26th. Daddy said he'll be dropping by to see what new brainstorms are brewing.
I'll be there. So will my brain.
That's what I was afraid of. Well, good evening, ladies, and good work, Mrs. Garfield.
Really?
For a swabby, you really can pull an oar. Carry on.
Okay. Count it one more time.
All right.
Count it up again, please.
All right, but I've already figured it twice.
Oh, bother. I forgot about Amanda's angel for the tree. Now, wherever will I find one of this?
Hattie, it's beautiful.
Remarkable. I don't believe I've ever seen Christmas ornaments in your newsstand before, Mrs. McGee.
There's probably quite a few things you've missed over the years, Mr. Herzog.
I'm finding that out. So, how much for the angel?
How much more do you need?
$1.83.
$1.83.
Huh, that's an odd price.
Then let's make it $2 even. That's very normal.
Oh, very well. It is a beautiful angel. I'm lucky I found one.
It's Christmas Eve, Mr. Herzog. They're everywhere tonight.
Here, Elliot. A little something from me to you.
Your window wreath? Why, thank you, Mrs. McGee.
Well, I know how much you like the green stuff. Now, you'd better run home. There's a tree and a very anxious 5-year-old waiting for that angel.
You're right. Good evening, ladies.
Merry Christmas. Hattie, $2 whole. I've got more than enough.
I'll go get your pay, honey.
Hey, that's quite a sales technique you got there, kiddo. Maybe you can teach me a few lessons.
Oh, hi again, mister. Sorry I threw that paper at you. I was kind of in a hurry.
Yeah, that's okay. So was I. Say, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
That you don't actually believe that angels are real, do you?
Of course I do. Heaven too.
How do you know?
I don't know. I just know.
But you can't see them, can you?
No, but I can't see the wind either, and I know that's real.
Yeah, but you can see what the wind does to trees and leaves and things and other people.
Yeah, and that's how I guess that God and angels are real. You know, like what they do to people and things. You know, like today.
Yeah. Yeah. Like today.
Mom calls it faith, but I just call it like I see it.
But you can't see it.
Oh, I'll see angels one day, heaven too, but not until I die. My daddy will be there, and both my grandmas, and Jesus too.
Katie, if you and your mom and so many other people can feel the wind, and it's that strong, why can't I?
I don't know. Maybe you're too bundled up. Or maybe you're facing in the wrong direction.
Here's your pay, Katie. You'd better hustle if you want to buy anything else today.
Thanks, Hattie. Merry Christmas, mister.
Yeah. Merry Christmas, kid.
Maxwell, do you know what hour it's getting to be?
The hour. I almost forgot. Hey, I gotta run, Hattie. I'll see you later. Now, was that 5 blocks off Central?
6 blocks. Well, didn't I tell you folks there were a couple miracles in the air today? One right around the corner, the other 6 blocks off Central. Yep, I told you so. That first Christmas Eve miracle just keeps rubbing off on all of us. Godspeed, Maxwell Selden. I think you're going to have a real Christmas this year.
I can't believe I'm still short.
Not by much. One more sale would do it. Just let me loan you what you needed to.
No. I'm gonna count this one more time. I've come this far. I'm not gonna abandon ship now.
Abandon? Alice, you are really starting to scare me.
Excuse me, but is it too late to buy something?
Well, it hasn't been so far today, but you'll have to ask our sales staff.
Where are they?
They're all right over there, counting.
56, 57, 62.
Excuse me?
How may I help?
I'd like to buy that locket in the window, please.
No, honey, you don't have to spend
Just
your money.
one more sale would do it. The store closes in 1 minute.
That's right. Which one would you like, miss?
The silver one. The one that's big enough to hold this picture of my daddy in it.
Sold.
And here's your commission. Your full commission.
And I'd like to buy those items in layaway.
Sold.
The yellow car! The one Scotty wanted so much. I thought you said you couldn't afford it.
Well, I found something under my tree today. Something I think I misplaced for a while.
What's that?
A little extra faith. Guess what else I found there?
What?
Guess you'll have to see for yourself.
My bicycle! The one with the silver handles. I can't believe I really got my own bicycle. Can I use it to deliver papers? Can I ride it to school? I can't wait to show Hattie and all my friends.
I don't want you riding in the street. There's still too much ice around.
I knew you could do it, kid. Always did. I think you were the last to know.
I knew he could do it.
Well, looks like that's it. You coming?
In a minute. You go on. I have a key. I'll lock up.
That's right, you do. Well, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.